Hey, what's up, everyone? Nice to see you here. If you are here, throw in a little message in the chat so I know that somebody's here and we can get cracking. Good, good. Um, well, nice to meet you, everyone. I am Richard, co-founder of Reconfigured, and today I will be showing you what we've been building, fresh out of the box. Product. My co-founder Nico sitting across the kitchen. By the way, welcome to the Reconfigured HQ, which is my kitchen currently. I've been hard at coding this morning. Well, I don't code, Nico codes, and yeah, we're excited to show what we've been building. I know we used big terms like context management for analytics works. But let's be honest, we're going to show you what a to-do app for analysts looks like. So let me get my screen shared. Now, looks like we're good. I can no longer see the comments for the time being, so I think Nico will flag me if there's something I need to address. But let's get started. I want to do a little role-playing exercise with you today. So let's imagine that we are all a data analyst working in a small team. Let's say I have two other colleagues, I have a manager. We predominantly are solving internal use cases, a good mixture of reactive and proactive work, and a distant hint of moving into data product management. Now, we work for the almighty company Humpty Dumpty & Co. Now, if you don't know what Humpty and Dumpty is, it is a B2B SaaS business that helps clients unlock their potential. With what? Of course, data automation, analytics, etc. The whole point is to streamline business operations. And as you can imagine from this website, we more than likely have a sales team, customer success team, finance department, all the usual B2B SaaS things. And of course, most importantly, we have a very interesting yet classic pricing model where you can sign up and put a credit card in, or then you can talk to our lovely enterprise sales reps. Okay, that's enough. Let's go back to the actual thing. I am an analyst and I've just started my day. Now, the first thing I want to do is figure out what should I even be doing. Maybe I also want to remind myself, what the hell did I do yesterday? Now, I struggle with keeping track of things that I've worked on and all the pieces of information that I found. And lucky for me, I have downloaded the soon-to-be almighty reconfigured version 2 application. Now, what that looks like is this. Reconfigured is essentially a journal where you can keep track of your quests. Now, we use the term quest on purpose because we are straight up stealing from the great minds of RPG-style video games. And quest specifically because you never know if a quest is going to be small or if it's going to be big. Now, okay, so started my day. I need to figure out what's going on. I'm currently following two quests. My main quest currently is to figure out the quarterly revenue forecasting model. Fun thing every quarter, same topics, yet we always have to redo everything. So this is where I'm at with that. Now, I don't yet actually want to start working on this. Let me check if what else is available. So I have a couple of quests in discussion. So these are essentially data questions that somebody has posed to us, but we're not yet sure if we want to work on them. Now I think I'm getting the classic demo effect right now. Yeah, this one works. So quests in discussion and quests that I'm actually working on. Now, let me just put this away and go check out Slack, where on and off people will ask us very important questions. Let's see, why did this metric drop since yesterday? No, that's kind of a shit question, so not even gonna respond to that. So, okay, great. Nico has posted a new question for today. We have acquired the infamous Jaffle shop, and he needs some help quickly understanding basic metrics of the data. Okay. Okay, I could look into this. What exactly are you looking for? Now, while we wait for Nico, let's see if our mighty app has woken up. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new quest. Now, the point of this app is that you're not writing end documentation. You're just info dumping what you're currently thinking and seeing. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste what he's written here. Let's see. Need to understand basic metrics of Jaffle data. Great. So this is now a quest in discussion. Great. You also saw our magical and only current AI feature generating titles for you. But hey, okay. Let's see, Nico has said something he wants. Okay, I'd like to run some numbers for myself. Check. Okay, so what you really want is an Excel. Also, do you want just customer data or orders or something more specific? Okay, now while we wait here, let's see. It is now in discussion. So what we do here is we have various statuses, right? We don't really believe in tickets, epics, and all the classic items from these task tools. So we really just operate under questions and some more sensible iterative statuses like, are we discussing it? Are we actually doing it? Have we completed the quest? Conquered, again, bluntly stealing from the old RPG world. So there you go. But let's see. Nico is writing something. Would be nice if you Okay, great. You know what? I don't normally like to respond to ad hoc requests real quick, but this one seems fairly simple. So let's just do that. Okay, great. Now, let's say that I am going to assign this to myself, and now we're going to start checking it. Got enough context from chat. Should be quick. Now, the most important bit is focus, right? So even though you could have a million different data questions going on at the same time, realistically, you can only work on one at a time. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to set our active quest, and that's all we're going to do here. Now, adding context going in and out of the app is very annoying and not helpful. So we're just going to start adding context directly from our screen. So first things first, I'm going to make sure that I've actually linking this conversation, link to the Slack discussion. Great. And you know what? I'm just going to copy paste the entire thread. Why not? Might come in handy later. Here we go. There we go. Now, great. What is going on here? So I might have to reload. I think I'm having a little demo effect. Hang on one second. I don't think we added the context. Oh no, here it is. Great, so no problem. We're just having a minor visual bug on the focus mode. But as you can see here, gone ahead and added. No, hold on, Nico, this is the wrong place. Yeah, understanding breakdown.
But Are you having the right active quest selected?
Let's see. Understanding Jaffel.
Yes. Oh, lol.
Okay. Well, the great thing is it worked 10 minutes ago. So, and you just
Need to do manual.
need to do manual. Okay. So let's pretend that everything we just did actually happened via adding. So I'm going to do link again. Into the chat. And copy paste. There we go. There we go. Now we have at least one node in. Where was I? Okay, I'm gonna start on Nico's quest now. So I know that engineering told me the data is somewhere in BigQuery. So let's go and start there. In BigQuery, let's say I'm working out of this workspace. I've got some data sets, and specifically here, I want to look at the Jaffel customers and orders. Let me just say, make sure that some data gets loaded. That looks correct. So I want to flag this as my main data source. There we go. Same thing for the orders. That looks correct. And let's just go ahead and add. Now, the point is we want to make it as seamless and not painful to actually log things. We're not going to record your screen or log everything you do, but we give you the power to select what piece of information you want to add against the data quest. Okay, now I'm an analyst working on things, figure out my source data. I know that he wants to kind of combine something together. So great. I know I need to join these two things. So maybe that's something I want to provide him with. Okay. This seems to be the basic data set for Nico. Now, and then he, I believe, asked something about a breakdown, fulfillment breakdown. Okay, now, I have no idea personally how to do sums and more interesting queries. So I'm going to ask my friend ChatGPT how to do this. Okay, let's see what kind of a query it's going to give me. Okay, great. Now, again, assuming that I've already done this, I've got my final output that I want to give him, some status percentages, etc. This looks good enough to me, so I'm just going to download the local file. Now, might as well just give him this as well. Save results. Now, what we don't have here yet is actually the ability to, let's say, take screenshots or to add the files themselves into the journal, but that is coming relatively soon. Okay, Nico, looks like I have some files for you. Here you go, go ham. Great. Now, no data quest is ever concluded until the stakeholder actually says so. So what we're going to do now is take this quest, which unfortunately for me did not update, but we're going to change the status to answers needed. So just going to wait until Nico tells me that he's happy with things. And meanwhile, I might as well start working on some other things. Now, my main quest that I wanted to work on today is the quarterly forecasting model. Big topic. So let's see where, like the point of this view is to remind you, like, where was I, what was I doing yesterday, and most importantly, what is the business use case of this to begin with. So always have a handy summary, which I can edit. In the near future, this may or may not update itself based on your progression. We have some classic chapters here. So I think this is the closest that we get to a to-do item, but it's more sort of a path or trail you're starting to follow along. So we're dealing with quarterly forecasting, revenue. There are some things that I've already done, like I've talked with sales. Let's see, here's the note for me. Okay, met with sales, focused on forecasting model, blah, blah, blah. Great, so that's there. Links to the discussion, and then I also had a good chat with marketing, because marketing is always under fire when it comes to budgets and forecasts. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so what would I do here normally? Then I would probably choose one of these items. To me, at least for now, setting up a one-off ETL for Google Analytics, for whatever reason, seems most simple. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I don't know how revenue forecasting works or how to do Google ETL. So let's say I'm investigating, I'm trying to figure out how to do something. Okay, I Googled. There seems to be a handy article. Yeah, this looks good, and I know I'm going to need my engineer's help. So found out an article on how to get GA or data into BigQuery. And likely gonna need Nico's help on this docs. And again, we're just going about our day, logging things that are interesting for later. Where am I? So, okay, now that that's done, well, we haven't really set it up, but let's just pretend that we've done it. It's Nico's problem now. Now, my big thing here is I'm looking at matching Salesforce account IDs with our accounting system. I already done some work here yesterday, tried to look into them. And my main problem seems to be that there are no common identifiers between these two systems. So I'm going to have to make stuff up in order to build the quarterly revenue forecasting model. Now, this doesn't seem like a little chapter or task. This seems like a whole quest on its own. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to create a new quest and say, I need to build on this separately. And because this is kind of blocked now, I'm just going to set it to waiting on. So now I know that, okay, I've got stuff in waiting. I'm waiting for feedback, or am I able to do something? Now let's see. This is a magical answer from our local superstar AI. Let's just stop you there. Are you seeing this? This is amazing. It's just writing. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Please stop. Oh my goodness, just giving you the entire internet. So I'm going to just delete this because I think this might crash our entire app. But yeah, let's just pretend that we have new quest called figure out Salesforce ID ERP. Great. Oh, it's really hallucinating, Nico.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, we're not going to demo this part, but you get the point. So instead of like making this quest huge, which it already is, I'm just going to create another quest for myself because, again, matching Salesforce account IDs with the ERP system, that has lots of other implications. That's probably information that somebody else will find useful, even on my team and even outside of the team. Let me just check where we at with Nico. I think he may have answered something. I like to hit it there. You wanted to do what? Okay, great. How about next time? Now, next time. Here we go. Obviously, an unrealistic scenario when there is a follow-up request for feedback and modifications, we would probably want to keep track of that and also make sure that we're addressing those. So let's see, where are we with the Jaffel Datagrade? So delivered data set to Nico. He's happy, but will want some kind of visualization later. And now that we're no longer answering this, I'm just going to set it to complete. And because we are making a very substantial change to the actual status of this quest, we need to also explain like what happened. Delivered the data sets to Nico. He was happy, but also wanted to, in the future, have some potential dashboards to look at every Monday. Challenge for another day. Great. And friends and family, this is more or less it. Again, like the whole point is that you have a list of your quests in discussion. You can always see the information about them, keep a trail of what have you done so far. You'll always have this miscellaneous quest going on. So here the idea is that you actually just always dump information about interesting things you find that don't relate to what you're working on. Like if you notice some dashboards are used a lot lately, okay, maybe you should look into that later. Maybe you've noticed that a table it keeps timing out, but it's not something you're working on right now. Just log it in. The point here is that all of these boxes that we have here essentially contribute to the total knowledge graph of your business context, so that in the future, once a question comes, let's say around this orders table, we'll be able to flag and present these nuggets to you already in the quest, saying, do you want to add this? Make sure to double check that, you know, some kind of nuance in the table. And the bit that is graciously under construction is the actual output of this journal. So all these quests, all these logs that you have here, they are for you to understand what to do now and what did you do yesterday. But all of this essentially then gets compiled into very neat documentation that you can either export, send to Confluence, paste it in a JIRA ticket, whatever you want. And yeah, if you have ideas how that should look like, hit Nico up. I can't believe I actually used 20 something minutes for a to-do app. That is crazy. Okay, that's all I got. Just put them in some channel to do. Okay, I guess I have a couple of minutes left. Let me just try to figure out how these questions work. Potato, get some coffee, big fan of Humpty Co. Control Alt CMD for reconfigured. Yes, Maddie, an RPG for data people at work. It's so true that it broke in its first live demo, which I believe that's a rite of passage for these kinds of things. Like you can never have a product demo that doesn't crash, which is funny because it literally worked like 15 minutes ago. And because it's a native app, there's no way that he could have pushed any update. And so go figure. So someone else can answer the team. Team will painful time to collect, assemble the party, corporate ultimate move, copy the entire thread just in case. Yeah. What you didn't see, Christian, in the add to context bit is we'll of course summarize the individual activity items as well. Like you'll be able to see a quick summary, like what was this about, and then expand the entire thing. So again, just info dump as much as possible. Love the fact that you succumbed to your prison status. Love the fact that you haven't succumbed to JIRA prison status. No. I tried looking at JIRA once, twice recently, and I did not want to continue with my day. Really love it. Thanks, Philip. Question: what's on your current roadmap? What's on our current roadmap? Well, obviously the archivist bit where we generate your documentation. That's one that's like very obvious. And then the second main thing is the ability to kind of have conversations with the quest, so to say. So once you have an active quest, you pop open a similar ChatGPT type of thing where you can interact and ask like maybe suggestions on what should I do next? How does a certain function work? And the main point is that they will take the entire context of your data quest and give it to the LLM. So then it won't just give you random answers. And then of course, on the archivist side, you'll need to be able to search through all of your quest logs, right? So not a search bar, just to ask like, have I ever solved this type of question before? Okay, 2 minutes. Given quests, are you looking to integrate? Yes. So one of my ideas is to have a like perk chart experience section. So essentially every person who builds with the journal, we can infer like what type of work you're doing. Like, are you doing analysis? Are you doing some data science? Are you building pipelines? So we can start building some kind of fun stats on like you are very skilled in BI. You haven't done too much data engineering. You have, I don't know, you're level 23 with this much experience points, and globally you're ranking this much on but need to fix the main features first. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you all for the hangout. We are going to start bringing in the first users now, which beyond myself. The journal itself is going to be free for a team of up to 5 analysts, and you can play this in single player mode, but it's kind of built to be a co-op from the start. So if you have a team, if both of your people are using the journal, you are able to share the journals between yourselves. Yeah, thanks. Have a good day, and please find me on LinkedIn if you are interested to try it out. Goodbye.